Hey, we are live in 2021. It is Ultrazilla at Ultrazilla Live, and right off the bat, we're here with Steven. Steven's Toy Reviews.
It's Steven. Hello.
How are you? We're going to be joined by Scorpio Cesar at some point.
Yes.
I hope.
Yes. Likewise.
It's advertised as such, you know. So hopefully Scorpio will be here shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Originally we were supposed to be joined by our pal Super Mario Zilla, but unfortunately he's dead. So
yeah, he did.
Yeah, so I can't really do anything about that. Look what we got here. Oh, he looks tired. You tired, man? You okay?
No, I'm good. I'm good. It's the lighting that's I'm fiddling with the lighting, trying to see why it's so bad. Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey,
are we live?
What's up? Look at us.
We'll do it live. Yeah, we're live.
Good.
Interesting. Oh,
my camera is not that great.
Is that how it's going to be? Do we switch? Somebody talk.
Yes.
Hello.
Yellow.
I don't want you guys a little small like that. Oh, now it's just me. Now it's all. Hey, I guess that'll be good.
It works.
It works. So, how you guys doing?
Great.
Yeah.
So far, so decent.
How's 2021 treating you on day 5?
It's treating me fine. I was rushing to get in here because I'm just like scrambling, trying to get 2 reviews done, and I finally finished them, but I got a little carried away with the pictures.
That happens. That's good. Pictures are good.
Yep. It's a hell of a crossover.
Oh, crossover.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if you guys can see it in the background, but let's see. We got aliens,
Power Rangers,
Predators, and a Power Ranger.
Nice.
So it's crazy back there. I got a little carried away. I just opened up another set of the 2-pack of the Putty Patrollers.
Oh, nice.
So I got a total of 6 of them, and 2 Zed Putties just showed up the other day. So I got.
I didn't get any of the Zed Putties at all.
I like the Zed Putties the most, but
yeah,
I'll get around to doing a video at some point on them.
Mm-hmm.
I have so much stuff down here that I haven't even opened yet.
I definitely know how that feels. It's funny because like Scorpio, you asked, I can't wait. Hope you get those Beast Wars reviews done soon. I'm like, how soon are you talking? Because
no,
I have no idea. It's a real weird thing, man. I started this year like reviewing like very little things that I got my son. It's kind of like what I do after every Christmas is like just review a few little things that I might have gotten him for Christmas and then go from there. But like I've gone from there now, and all I've done is finish reviews that I previously started. Like I literally have enough reviews that I started in the last 2 months to last me the entire rest of this month. But I'd like to slip in some newer things in there as well, So I mean, nothing that I'm going to be reviewing is like super old. It's just, man, I want to get to some of these Beast War things, especially because they're pretty fun. Let me tell you.
I like their like transformed forms, but their Beast forms, I guess it helps that they don't look as good as they do in the show or the Masterpiece, obviously. But I liked when I saw your Black Arachneon, I'm like, that looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, she's good. It's a good figure. Like they're all like really nice, solid figures, I gotta say. And that Megatron is like incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, like amazing paint. So anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing those. In the coming month or so. I don't know. Hopefully, it's a Transformer, so it's like I only did really, really well Transformers when Studio Series first came out because I was literally the first person to have all of Wave 1 up before anybody else. Because like I ordered it the day like Hasbro put it up, and it literally came the next day, which was like a shock. I was like, how did I get these this fast? So. Oh yeah, back when USPS was actually good.
Oh no!
When was that?
Oh, 2018, I guess. I don't know. 2018, the year I had my best year, and it was because of that Studio Series stuff. What was it, 5 figures? And the Pacific Rim Robot Spirit stuff that I managed to get really fast too at Toys R Us, if you guys recall. Like I was on top of those. It was like back to back. Like if I, looking back, 2018 was my best year numbers wise because of February and March of that string of videos together. Everything else is about as level as I've always been, but those 2 months take it up really, really high. So, but 2020 for me, and this is something we've been talking about on our side chats, and we poured one out for our pal Super Mario Zilla Scorpio already. We said, it's a shame.
Oh yeah, what the hell happened there?
It's a shame. But for me personally, as far as numbers go, that was not so hot last year. I had some decent videos, but there was never every year before this year, I've had one. I've had I just said, the 2018 spike, but last year there was that really good King of the Monsters jump. There was nothing, no big event to get a lot of interest in. We had that little flurry of early Godzilla vs. Kong stuff over the summer, which also coincided with NECA's final releases. And that was good, but it wasn't nowhere near as King of the Monsters was last year, or the Pacific Rim Uprising stuff, and that Studio Series stuff for me personally. So it was very, very interesting. Plus, I didn't buy anything for 4 months, brand new, so I was doing a lot of backlog video. I'm sure that affected it as well. A lot of crazy things. How was numbers for you guys in 2020? As I did my hot chocolate.
Well, it's kind of interesting because for me it was all over the board. Kind of the same as the year prior, but I don't know if it was fighting the algorithm uphill because I didn't feed it like I should have or what, but some things didn't perform as expected, and other things, it's like, hey, how about I post about a monkey and it gets a few thousand views in a couple of days? I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. So, definitely in more ways than one, an unprecedented year.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
the algorithm definitely has not been good. But you, Cesar?
The algorithm was definitely weird this year. I think my best performing video was probably the Copa one, if that was even this year. And it was funny because that video ended up being just a gag video, especially if you watch towards the end. But it performed numbers wise really well. That, and I think the Monster Arts Monster Hunter Wishlist video performed really well. It still gets comments to this day, but the view count is I don't know, it's weird. This year was weird in terms of YouTube and the algorithm. Like Steven said, some things performed better than others, and some things that I wasn't expecting, or I was expecting to perform well, tanked.
Right.
I know I can always count on Predators, like NECA's Predator line, to boost my channel up. So doing the whole Lost Tribe thing this year was a goal I set last year for myself, and I was able to get it done. And now I'm starting off the new year with more of the Lost Tribe again with the Ultimate releases. But
it's a good way to start.
It was weird. Some of those videos did all right, but a lot of them were short videos as well. So I don't know. It's like it's hard to judge the algorithm with a 4 minute, 5 minute long review. But the algorithm was weird. It went like it was a wave, and I think in like March to like summer, I was high, and then once fall hit, I just nosedived dramatically.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to recover from that.
Well, I mean, one thing that we've been talking about in our chats is like live streaming, right? Like what we're doing here right now. And this is interesting that you'd say that, Scorpio, because when I started live streaming more from like the summer on, my numbers started dropping, right? And then I started hearing other people talking about it, and then I did some research, and people have been talking about it for the last few years about like live streaming and how it affects channels and whatnot. And it's interesting to hear you say your numbers started tanking also as we got into the fall as well, because you weren't live streaming, so it's like there is something interesting going on there that correlates. We run all similar channels, so it's like to hear that is very, very interesting to me. Because I decided, the more I talked about it, the more I'm like, nah, I don't care. I'm gonna still live stream. I'm enjoying doing this. It's a lot of fun. And hello to there's not that many people in the chat tonight, but maybe it's a Tuesday night thing. Toku, Texas Cosplay, Bree, and Steven's Toy Reviews.
Yeah, who's that?
And Kaiju. What's up, guys? Live streaming was like one of those things that I was doing a lot more of. And then, once I started reading more about it, I was like, maybe I should stop and give that a test. So I did like a 3-week test without, and nothing really changed. There was no like spikes in numbers at all, high or low. It was just kind of doing whatever it's been doing. So I'm like, you know what? How long, I could keep testing this and keep going, but I do enough videos, doing the daily videos that the sample size gets large rather quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's, within a few weeks, if I felt like it wasn't really doing anything, for me, I'm like, then why am I going to take this away? It's a lot of fun. It's a good way to connect with people. And I like it, so I'm going to keep doing it when, whether I do like my own live streams when I'm doing like a haul or, when I do stuff like this, I really dig it. So that's one thing, in 2021 I'm going to keep doing, but it's one thing I really love that I, even though I've done live streams since my first year, right? But like, it's been sporadic, this year I made a conscious effort to like say, okay, live streams is going to really be part of the channel. And I'm glad I did, so yeah, it's one of those things that I really like. If, Steven, I know you do gaming live streams. How do those do in comparison?
It kind of just depends on the day, the week, the month, even the year. But I do follow a lot of different people, some who switched over from Twitch to YouTube for one reason or another. I know we've talked about this, and I'll just kind of bring it up for whatever it may be. There's some evidence that may suggest that a stream also counts as an upload, and YouTube likes one upload a day.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe it doesn't.
Well, that's why I made sure that this was the only upload today. Like, I'm not gonna do if I'm doing a stream, that's gonna be the content for the day.
Yeah.
So that one that I listened to you on, I was like, I think you might be right on that one.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not following somebody who's just kind of like, simple guy who doesn't do much. I'm someone who's got like 10 people he's hired to make a career out of this because that's what he does. So I'm like, right. Yeah, maybe this guy's got something to do with it. So, I don't know. I think in general, there needs to be a clear message sent about the algorithm as to what does help and what doesn't, because the creators thing, whatever it's called, insider, yeah, it doesn't really help. They don't really answer questions.
Nah.
They sort
I
of
get more good like info from other people doing this, video influencers, and
yeah,
you know, like there's a lot of really good people that talk about the stuff that, you know, kind of sound like they know what they're talking about. You know,
like them, hate them, anywhere in between. I know for a while H3H3, or some he like to say, on top of the ball, on top of the game for everything that had to do with the algorithm, and then they changed it. Surprisingly, cover your ears, Keemstar. He actually kind of knows what he's talking about in some cases when it comes to the YouTube side of things for the algorithm. So, you know, you may not like them, but sometimes they know what they're talking about. So,
yeah.
But I don't know. YouTube needs
Lego
to
and SH Figure Arts Monster Arts review says live streams are awesome. They are pretty awesome. Luminous, what up, bro?
Hey, Heisenberg in the house.
Yes. Toy reviews seem to be getting less views across YouTube. I think there are so many content choices now, it's difficult to get people's attention. Yeah, but you know what? They're not Ultrazilla, STR, and Scorpio Cesar's opinions.
How about?
Right? Am I right?
How about I start a drama alert of just toy reviewers?
Oh, there you go.
Talking mad crap about like different toy reviewers, like the popular ones. Let's see how many views that gets.
I'm gonna start doing reaction videos to other people's toy reviews.
Yeah, like holy crap, he's
You know how
transforming.
many views that will get if I just start trashing all the bigger reviewers?
Oh, forget it. You'll get like your algorithm will spike.
Yeah,
for all the wrong reasons.
All the wrong reasons.
I think that also does.
Here's somebody we like. Boats can fly. You certainly can. Knock, knock. How are you, brother?
Yeah, I think the getting less views across YouTube, I think that goes into something that's a little bigger. YouTube, Twitch, everything. It's especially now with everybody being home, everyone's making content.
Yeah. No, there was a ton of content.
And
there was too much content to choose from, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, going back to like 2011, 2012, 2013, that was probably the cutoff time where an average Joe, so to speak, can sort of get in and actually start to do things and had a chance to really blow up. Few million, few 100,000 subs. Now, anyone trying to do it, I'll wish you the best of luck, brother. If you don't have something that's completely new and it's going to get all the kids' attention. I mean, realistically speaking, because how many people can you go onto Twitch right now? How many people are streaming Fortnite? Just as an example.
Yeah.
How many people are going to review the new Marvel Legends? Just as an example. So it's very difficult now. So I think it's
that's a good, thing to talk about, because it is one of those things where I did see a few YouTube reviewers actually blow up a little bit more in 2020 than I can, I can't think of why. Like, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with anybody. I'm not. Like, I actually think that's awesome, but it's interesting to me that one person, would blow up over another when everybody's doing basically the same content. And for better or worse, no better or worse than, anyone here. It's very interesting to me how that happens, at all. Like, where am I not posting my links in the proper spots? That I always think about that. Like, for real, like, am I not posting properly? Because, people, from what I've seen, people love people that do what I'm doing with like daily reviews. Yet I cannot. Granted, I'm doing a lot more niche stuff. Right? Like, I'm adding in a lot of weird things, and it's not like a constant stream of Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, whatever, NECA, the stuff that's popular and on the shelves here, which I guess gets more views altogether. I'm like constantly mixing things up. And I'm not going out of my way to go buy something from China to get it first and spending $1 million extra. I'm not doing that, so there's that.
Well, it's a good thing you're not doing that, because in a few years, I think we can make a topic on that for another video. I'm not going to drop names. I think we all know who we're talking about from the previous people who used to review where they're at now. Big names. Anyway, regarding where you post stuff, I had 2 videos that did really well. You can actually just find them. I have a Vegito and Goku unboxing in the Figuarts lineup. All kidding aside, I don't know how to find it now, but you can see where your videos get posted. A Brazilian Dragon Ball subreddit. Somebody posted them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Reddit seems to be, and this is like something I've heard from a lot of folks. A lot of people always say go to Reddit, post on Reddit. But the few times I've tried that, like, it's been one of those things where I've been like instantly like almost booted off those groups. So it's like, it's very like, nah, you know what? I'm not going to bother because this is too annoying. I'm not going to like spend the time, to do that. Both says, I've had the opposite effect when trying content other than reviews. My more normal stuff does really poorly. But I really like the video you did last year, Boats. And I forget who else was on there. Godzilla 154 and somebody else. Where you were doing like a search for like bootleg stuff. That was really fun. I thought that was a really fun video. So, it depends on what your channel is like, and we've all talked about this before, Scorpio, we talked about this when you were on by yourself. Like, there's people that are like do a more comedic take, right, on the reviews. Now, I can't take those reviews completely serious because they're good for entertainment. But once, you get to the meat and potatoes of it, like I find it hard to take that person seriously after they've, granted, one of the biggest reviewers of this stuff does it all jokingly, and his fan base actually turned me off to him, but whatever.
Likewise.
So
I think I know who we're talking about.
Yeah. So, it was one of those, and you see a lot of people copying that style. And I just can't, and that's not me, so I'll always have that against me, I like my reviews to be reviews, really. But if you're going to have like, I like it when there's humor in it, but it's natural. Like, that's what I've said about you, Scorpio, is like, I like the naturalness of your delivery, and it feels like it's just nicely woven in there.
I think when you try too hard, that's when it starts to feel unnatural, and then it's just like cringeworthy. Entertainment in your reviews or for whoever. I think there's a time and place for everything and everyone. So there's always those people that'll gravitate towards those type of videos, and then there are people that'll gravitate more towards the serious reviews.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's hard to get that middle ground. So it's just hard sometimes. But when it works, it works. And I feel like in terms of when I try to inject humor into my videos, I like to give myself something. And this is kind of selfish considering I'm making these videos for other people to watch, but I want to make something that I want to watch again. And I've noticed that in 2020, especially, some of my videos, I was just like kind of just putting them out there and just to put them out there. When my original goal was to make a video for somebody else that I can go back to watch and enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to, that's why I inject humor into some of my videos, because I always like to go back and be like, I remember that joke. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
As good as the joke was or not.
So as far as like you touched upon this subject before, your videos got really short. Like,
Yes.
is that something? And Steven's got really long towards the end.
Yep.
It's
So like that's something in 2020 that was a conscious like decision on both your parts.
I'll let Steven go first.
No, video just goes as long as it needs to.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
For me, I think it was just the way I was handling the script. I'm just like, let me get what I need to get out there and edit it down.
Is
And
it a
before
time factor? Like time factor, you're trying to get in as much as possible on your days off and stuff?
It's always a time issue with me because I barely have enough time to do this as it is. But when I squeeze it in, it's like making the video short. It doesn't help speed things up for me.
Mm-hmm.
It requires more editing, first of all. Using the script requires more editing as well. Because you got to type the damn thing, and I hate writing scripts. It's just not my thing anymore. It consumes too much time, and I noticed that it intimidates myself. I intimidate myself when it comes to reviews. Like, it's just like I put too much pressure on myself for certain things, like the Predators, the Ultraman, SH Monster Arts. Like, those are the ones that I always try to deliver like my best videos for. And I've noticed as I get more of those figures coming in, it's just like, oh god, it's like a lot to take in, a lot to consider when I make a review. And then when I realize it, once the video is done, after all that editing, it's only like 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 50 seconds long. And it's just like, I put all that stress and effort into that short video that's not going to get any ad revenue whatsoever.
There's that.
And so I started looking at things, and I'm like, my short videos, I would think the reason why I made the short videos to begin with was because I figured people would be more open to watching them because they were short.
Sure.
Straight to the point. They're in, they're out. But I wasn't seeing the view count rise in the process, so I started realizing maybe that's not what people want. Right. I see the big reviewers, I'm not going to name any names, but even in your case, guys, you sometimes make longer videos, and those do better than the short videos. So
I gotta say, some of my most watched videos have been my videos that are like crazy, like Voltron, almost an hour of videos, which is insane to me. But I don't know what it is. But like Steven's video recently of Toka and Razor, that was excellent, man. That was like a 30-minute video, and it was just like so detailed that you like kind of get lost in the detail, and I really like that as well.
Thank you.
I'm just watching the video, and I'm like, God darn it! Why didn't I pre-order those when he told me to?
I know. I was doing the same thing. I was just like, yeah, he told me to.
Their pre-order windows.
I don't know if I want them. I personally, I'm not a fan of Secret of the Ooze, so I was like,
I love Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah. It wasn't, it was one
not
of
as good as the first movie.
But I can't believe how good those turned out. Those looked incredible.
Yeah, I got lucky.
I know I've seen some problems.
Yeah, I'm still seeing problems because people are starting to get more of them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, as far as videos go, with me, it's like it is like Steven was saying, however the video takes. But because me personally, I don't write scripts at all. Like I just go, and so I let it go however it takes me because that's I have no choice. I don't know where it's going, it'll be short or long. But it's based on whatever toy that is I'm looking at, that's there's a good freedom to that too. So it depends on how comfortable you are too, like I started like that here, but I had even though it took me a while to warm up here on YouTube as far as talking, I did have a lot of experience like just talking off the cuff in a lot of different jobs I've done. So it was like one of those things once I finally found, I guess, my voice, but it took a few years here. I definitely felt good just like going, no script or whatever. You know, it just makes it fun for me. Also, it's a time thing too. You know, like if it's, you know, if I'm writing scripts, I'm never going to get anything out. And like I've said to you guys many times, I'd rather just keep going and get stuff out. You know, but I also like, you know, what you both bring to the table, you know, and you could see that it's more poetic. You know, Steven has, you know, gets in every detail, you know, so it's like there's value to, you know, different styles and methods of doing stuff. You know, like I said, Steven, I love that video. You know, I know you've done videos like that, you know, in the past, and it's based on the thing, but do you see yourself maybe going that route more?
Yeah, and thank you again on that. I am learning more as time goes on what to do with my camera, because I found out a couple of different things. Like I found out on mine in particular, it not only has like a contrast correction within the camera itself, but also I can edit saturation values. So I'm constantly learning, and once I learn a new trick, I want to see how I can use it. So yes, but how also am I going to change it moving forward? So it all just depends. What will come next, and how better will that look 2 months from now compared to last month?
Right.
So yeah, it's all just a matter of what tools are available, how I'm going to have fun with it, and we'll go from there.
Well, one question I have for you guys: what changes did you guys make in 2020 that you feel like affected your channel the most? Visually, whatever, anything.
So I have two. When I first got my camera, like I just got done saying, I always find new things. I kept trying to edit my pictures so this way it would be for video, it would be in HD, right? So it would have the aspect ratio for HD, 1920, 1080. All right, we get that. But whenever I would go to make sure it would be in frame, it would always crop and it would zoom in. So on mine, I can switch to video and take pictures that way. So that's what I did. It would lessen the quality a little bit, but I could do that. It would be done. I didn't have to do any further resizing. It was done. And then I found out in the menus, after I go through 2 other clicks, I can just adjust the ratio. And then there you go. And then the other thing is I really did a bit of research into white balance and how to set that custom depending on my lighting conditions. So I never really played around with that, but I had a little bit of time during one of my vacations this year, and I just played around with it, and then I now have a new tool that's actually reflective quality change.
White balance is definitely something I've always been like tweaking with, working with, you know, trying to, whether it's in, you know, post-production or while I'm actually doing something, I'm always kind of trying to like figure out exactly. But you know, it's a matter of, for me, is going to be getting new equipment down the line, honestly. But Cesar, what about you, man? Anything that you did differently in 2020 that like you felt like was a really good change for you? It doesn't have to be a visual thing. It just could be a way you work or whatever, or anything, you know.
I don't know. I feel like this year was just all about experimentation with me. I just tried so many different things. When one thing I felt wasn't working, and then when that wouldn't work, I would revert back to it. And it's just like for the backgrounds for my videos, I try to like introduce like little elements here and there that coincide and connect with the figure itself. Like if I'm reviewing an Ultraman or a Godzilla, I'll have like the cityscape in the background. When I'm reviewing a Predator or Alien, I'll try to have like a more stony background, as generic as it is, let's face it, because it is, compared to some of the other reviewers out there. But unfortunately, I cannot afford dioramas of that nature at this point, so I'd rather just make it myself or try. I'm trying to just, move forward and try to introduce better background elements that'll catch the eye, but not take away too much from the figure itself, which is the main focus of said review or unboxing. I just kind of want to like introduce little elements here and there that people will enjoy seeing in the background, and while also branching off to other things that I want to cover for the channel. But as you already know, that's, you know, that always has its ups and downs as well.
Yeah.
Like I tried to when I started this channel, I was just covering monster arts, and you know that's like a curse to just shoehorn yourself into Godzilla stuff. And yeah, everybody expects Godzilla. And if you don't cover Godzilla, God, you're not going to get any hits or anything like that. But I was lucky enough to like branch out into Alien and Predators, and that did really well. As I said, I can always rely on those two to bring my channel back up if I do something like, let's say, Precure, or an anime figure, or Power Rangers, which I'm doing now, Kamen Riders, something like that. I'm just trying to experiment this year. I've noticed by covering more things that I enjoy, I can make the channel more about me, and
that's important.
Yeah, it's. I want to make the channel more about my interests and sharing those with everybody else, and that's always been my goal. And not be like people who cover every freaking thing for the sake of every freaking thing, because then you're just like everybody else on YouTube. I think we all have our niche and our focus, and that's definitely something I want to continue in 2021. Not stray too far from that, even though I would like to introduce little things here and there, but connect them all.
Collect them all.
There you go. So that's always been my goal. It's hurts the channel sometimes, but
yeah,
sometimes you gotta just do it.
Yeah, I hear you,
it's
man.
Not always about numbers.
When I came back from my 4-month break of buying, I was like, all right, I'm going to strictly buy the stuff that I know does better on the channel. And I just have too many interests. And then you guys were getting into other stuff. And we were talking too much. And I'm like, I'm going to start getting other stuff again. It's just more fun for me to collect a variety of things. You know, the problem is I have a very addictive personality and a very addictive spending habit, unfortunately, and I do end up buying too much, you know, and then I just get into a position where, like I was saying earlier, it's like, yeah, I got these Beast War things that are like new right now, but I don't even know if I could get to them, you know, like, or I should just drop them and get to them, but drop everything and get to it, but will it really do that well anyway? You know, I get into this like weird headspace of like, what's actually going to do well at what point. So I kind of, even though I said I was going to focus more on the stuff that does well when I came back, it just really didn't happen too much. Although for a while it was good. And that, guys, was fueled by Cyber Kaiju. Because we did Cyber Kaiju about couple months into me coming back, and it was perfect time to like keep that going. So I was keeping it going, and things were going pretty well for those few months. But Cyber Kaiju is something I definitely wanted to talk about here. It was very awesome. You know, I think it went, the first Cyber Kaiju especially went over really, really well. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I just wish I didn't work weekends. Otherwise, I'm only there for like my video and whoever like follows before 6 o'clock hits. But I think the Cyber Kaiju was a fantastic idea. I think we all delivered what we wanted to deliver, and then some. And then it got people I didn't even know who make content on YouTube, you know, highlight on them too. So it's always good when you get more people with like minds together for an event.
Yeah, likewise. I think both did pretty well respectively. Again, as you know, kind of our discussions were, SDCC, NYCC around that time frame, and I think it's pretty fair to say SDCC is the bigger event. NYCC, while big, not necessarily as big. I think they sort of performed similarly. But yeah, I think they were both pretty cool. Had some folks on board, both people who just started out, a couple hundred subs, which is great, and they had a good time from the feedback that I heard, which is good. So as long as everyone's having fun, regardless of whether or not you're going to be posting a video a day and you've got a few thousand subs, or you post a video maybe once every couple months, as long as you're having fun, that's what matters. So
it helps share the fan bases as well. Like Ultrazilla, you got fans that jumped over to my channel. Steven, same story. Like, there are people I started seeing comment more on my videos, and I'm like, who are these people? I've never seen them before.
Yeah.
And they're like, holy crap, I see them commenting on these guys' videos all the time. So, really cool.
No, that was really good, man. Like, I really liked jumping from, video to video, like premiere to premiere. That was a lot of fun. There was a lot of interesting people. For sure, it definitely, it helped my subs go up. So I thank you guys for that as well. It was really, it was a really fun event, I thought, for sure. Really, really good. So Steven, and thank you and Miranda for doing all the work that you guys did. It was excellent.
Yeah, well, she's planning some more stuff.
Cyber Kaiju will continue.
Yeah, something's coming.
So let's see what some folks are saying here. Is we haven't in a while. Boats lives in constant fear of his jokes and his reviews not landing. That's very interesting humor.
And there's something about Boats. It's just like he says what I'm thinking a lot, and it's just like it's some things that he says that I wouldn't say in my video, but the way he just delivers it, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. So here's
it makes me laugh every time.
And Boats, is obviously spurs this here because what is up with viewership on Ultraman content? Like, does anybody do good with Ultraman content?
I think a select few, depending on what it is.
Right. And when?
Yeah. Like, the Kaiju do decent. I don't know. I guess if I look at my Ultraman videos, I'm guessing more did better than I think. But for some reason, sometimes I just feel like that content should be doing better.
It's funny that you mentioned that, Ultrazilla. When I started doing the Ultraman stuff, it was around the time where the figure arts line was still kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed initially the videos weren't performing that well. But when I go back to look at a video from 2 years ago about a certain figure arts, I'm like, holy crap, this video did a lot of hits. It's a gradual thing with Ultraman. I noticed that a lot of videos will increase in views throughout the year. Yeah, over time. But unless you get something that comes out day one, which is like damn near impossible considering they're all imports and COVID doesn't really help. It's tough. But
guys, you see something?
It's definitely a gradual thing.
Going on. My screen's going nuts. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Well,
I don't know.
That
was weird.
SMZ.
That was weird.
I don't know.
The hell?
But yeah, Ultraman stuff is gradual. Definitely gradual. This 2020 was not good for imports and covering imports. In my honest opinion.
Even my SH Monster Art stuff was not,
dude,
completely hitting.
To be fair, what came out in this year in Monster Arts really in 2020? Not a whole lot. Brand new stuff, you know what I mean? Like new sculpts. What did we get? I forget.
Bluezilla, Nargacuga.
Bluezilla did not perform well.
No.
And I got that, like, remember the hassle trying to get that?
Oh my god.
That one night? Don't remind me.
During Cyber Kaiju, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right before Cyber Kaiju, the week of.
Mm-hmm.
That was insane. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it wasn't. That's what I was saying too. Like, there was no big event for these figures to come out around.
So we had to be perfectly clear. Burning Godzilla 19, Narg, Rathalos, Blueberry Burst, GMK, and then Unshaded Tusk Biolante.
Yeah. None of those which any of us have right now. Like those last batch. My Rathalos, I got charged for by E-Night Media finally. So, but they haven't shipped it yet, and who knows when it'll actually get here with USPS.
So for
I don't know
me,
if USPS. I can't remember.
It was either paying twice for Rathalos or paying $20 by boat.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $230 for Rathalos.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Weird thing. Monster Arts has not come through, and now NECA is done, which was huge on my channel. So I'm sad to see it go. I'm glad the last two real NECAs did well. The two variants are the worst reviewed NECAs that I've ever had was the two variants. Which was, I was surprised. There was like seriously low viewership on those two. I am not comfortable in my chair tonight. Sorry, guys.
I missed the window of opportunity for those videos, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to save my money.
Yeah.
Sculpts didn't even look that great to begin with, in my honest opinion, but this was a slow year for NECA as well.
The 89 was like a really good Dark Horse Comics Godzilla instead of an 89 Godzilla, in my opinion. And I can't go back for that, but it is what it is. I don't think it was a good figure, though. I do like the figure itself. Contrary to some folks' opinion of what I think.
So a quick note on the Biolante Bile. I want to make sure I'm saying it correctly and not offensively. And the Kiryu Maser Blast.
I don't know where those figures are.
As we here may know, NECA has a couple of different things at Target right now. TMNT. Constantly going to check. Is it there? Is it not? Is it there? Is it not? The one Target that I can frequently hit, they got 10 of both of those in back when they came out. They're down to 6 apiece, so they're not really selling.
Yeah.
They're so situational. That's the thing.
They're too situational. But this one's actually nice. I really like this one. I like this more than the actual regular version. The Biolante one is terrible. But I actually think that one's pretty cool. So as far as toys go, man, I'm going to really miss NECA as far as Godzilla goes, because cheap Godzilla figures that are actually pretty good, and did really well on the channel, that is something I'm definitely going to miss. But hopefully we get something, because
I'm definitely going to miss them as well.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. This is still, to this day, my favorite release for All the Wrong Shelly.
Hey, nice.
Yes, my wife is going to be so happy. She was like, "Are you going to see Shelly?" I was like, "Maybe."
Yep.
Shelly's here. Big Monkey's here. Man,
So hopefully Kong, all the Kong toys in 2021 will move, move the needle a little bit.
Maybe some of that
do well. So hoping.
Well, here's the hoping.
Here's hoping we get some good Kong figures in the new year. I do enjoy doing that.
Maybe so this is Leonard.
Luminous, G and Heisenberg did all their reviews on Zoom, during these past, almost a year now. That had to be very interesting to get together and coordinate, especially when you're trying to form an opinion on something that you don't have in hand. That's tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like the look of the videos there. I got to say, they looked good. Yes, it was nice meeting a lot of new people during Cyber Kaiju, including that dude he sculpts. Very, very good. He's doing a lot of really cool work. I just ordered 2004 Mecha Godzilla. 2004? From a Bandai Movie Monster Series.
Sometimes they will, if I remember correctly, what Toho did is they like to release their movies towards the end of a year. So this way, when Bandai did their merchandise, they could tag it for the following year. So this way they could do the production run for the whole year. So like the movie comes out at the end of 2003, Bandai could promote it as 2004.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the Ultra stuff is pretty niche, when compared to Kamen Rider. Yeah, I guess so. But you know what? I think Ultraman Z raised the profile a little bit. A lot of people were talking about Ultraman this fall.
It's hard to say. I would have to say that I think Ultraman is a bit more popular than Kamen Rider when it comes to like figure reviews. That's just me, in my experience. But I guess it depends. Kamen Rider, it's weird.
Yeah, Kamen Rider doesn't have a Marvel comic, so
there's that, and they don't stream them on YouTube with English subtitles.
Yeah,
there's that too.
So, without revealing, because I don't know if you guys, I know you were both possibly planning to do tops of the year. Without revealing, any order, what were some of your favorite toys that came out last year?
Steven, you want to go first?
I don't have to say anything because I already put mine out.
I had a list ready to go, but I axed everything NECA.
Everything?
Yeah.
Even Kong?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. I made that decision a couple days ago, so I haven't fully thought of everything yet. Though I'm sure spots 5 through 2 for somebody else's list have already been taken up due to what's already been discussed in private chats. I don't know. I'm still thinking about what my tops are, but I would definitely have to say the Build-A-Figure Venom Pool is awesome.
Would that count?
Yes.
I wanted to say because it's going to be on my list too. Spoiler alert. But it's such a damn good figure. I just actually completed it yesterday was missing the head. And now the whole thing is together and it's just like this freaking unit right here.
Yep.
Worth the wave.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about my list. I'm hoping to do a video this weekend.
Very cool.
I'm still working on it in my head. I don't know how many figures are going to be on this list, but I will tell you one thing. like the top 7, I just recently acquired. And I know there is one that's going to be on the list that I still haven't gotten yet. Does that make any sense? Like,
can that count? Does that count? Ultimately, you're in charge of your own list.
If it released in 2020, then it has to go on the list. In my honest opinion. So the list will have to wait until I get that figure in the mail.
You are in charge of your own list. Everybody sets their own rules.
Exactly.
You
know?
There was a lot of really good figures, though. I gotta say, man, like, looking back on the year, I thought I had, like, 20 on my list, but there was so many that I cut out that I was like, man, I don't really want to cut this out, but you gotta cut stuff out, when you do things like that. But yeah, man, I was surprised. I was surprised because going into the world situation, I didn't expect as much to come out as it did. But a ton came out. Like, Hasbro, like, just bombarded.
Mm-hmm.
This was Hasbro's year.
Oh my god! I think it helps that their factories are in, like, Vietnam and stuff, which actually had a very, very good response to everything that happened. So that probably helped them a lot, because I feel like more than anybody, they just, like, were nonstop.
It's like every week a new release is announced or revealed
and like once something's revealed, it was like out like the next week.
Yeah, it's
like the Spider-Verse stuff.
The Spider-Verse stuff. Like, I wish
1 week, then the next week, Dorkside Toys has it. I'm like, what? Order.
Or even the Lightning Collection, King Spinks.
Oh my god!
Pumpkin Wrapper, like, that was like within the same month almost. I remember when I got the notification from Big Bad Toy Store that they arrived. I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah. No, everything was dropping early. Everything Hasbro was dropping early. I mean, including right now, this Kingdom stuff. All the official release dates are still February, March, and they're all coming out right now. Like, everywhere, except for, like, Hasbro Pulse, where they stick into their street dates.
Yeah.
Hasbro Pulse.
So it's interesting. But, like, I'm looking, what are you looking forward to this year?
I want Tamashii Nations to stop screwing around and confirm the release of the SH Monster Arts Devil Joe.
Hey, Devil Joe, man.
Just do it already.
Just do it. Well, why hold on to something that doesn't belong to you? It belongs to the fans. Just reveal it already. That is the one that's a day one buy for me. Everybody else can wait. Devil Joe, it's got to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to put a lot of weight on that tail, though.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It's Godzilla and Monster Hunter, effectively.
Yeah. Well, and Kong, I guess, but, that's part of the whole Godzilla.
Man, I want them to reveal that the price point for that 89 re-release.
Yeah. Well, it's probably going to be in the 90, 100 range, I would say. Maybe a little
And
bit.
an exclusive, most likely.
Exclusive, no beam effect, repaint to come out early 2022.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're going to make their own bio version.
Light up dorsal plates, no beam.
I don't know. I hope we get a better year from them as far as more releases, but it sounds like Movie Monster Series is going to be picking up massively this year, which they've been, like, really, their output's been really really low for a while. Granted, the releases they had this year I thought were pretty strong, but definitely seems like this coming year. There's a lot coming out. And I'm personally excited because I like that stuff. I love the cheap vinyls. So bring it, you know. Is there going to be singular point stuff? I'm sure there's going to be something. I don't know if was anything leaked out about any monsters from that. I know there was a leak of stuff, but I think that was more GVK stuff, right? I would like to see it. I would like to see more stuff. I would like to see somebody do some Pacific Rim toys for the new anime. Maybe
there's an anime coming out for Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
When was this?
Yeah, it's coming.
What rock was I under? Oh, that's great.
I think it was the same day as Singular Point, right?
Yep, same day because it was it was both some show that they were. It was like Netflix Japan was previewing the anime they had coming out this year.
All right, but who's making it? Does anybody know?
Yes.
Please don't tell me it's the anime trilogy guys.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, Polygon. Is that it?
Polygon. Yeah.
Damn.
I like the plot is pretty cool though. It's about a brother and sister. It's very like narrow focus. It's like all set in Australia, and it's about a brother and sister who find an abandoned Jaeger, and they like hotwire it to get across back to their parents. I kind of like that plot point. Like it could, it could be very focused in its, like narration, and then like while having like side adventures along the way, depending on how they do it. I don't know if it's going to be like a mini series or a regular series. That's hard.
If they keep it personal, like how it sounds, then I could see the potential in it. Yeah. But I think if they're going to go the whole save the world route with it, it's just kind of like, oh, give me a break.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. It doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like it.
That should be cool.
Yeah, it should be cool. I hope, again, I hope we do get some toys out of it. I'd like to see whatever, vinyls, it doesn't matter,
I'm going in with no expectations, so this way I can't be disappointed either way.
That's good.
Like Monster Hunter?
I do want to see it.
I love in Monster Hunter. I love Ron Perlman's acting. Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, I forgot he was even in it.
Yeah, same. Oh.
Trust me, when you see him, you're gonna wonder if he just stumbled on the set.
That actually could be good.
It's awful. It's awful.
Kong. Godzilla versus Kong. You guys looking forward to the movie, or it's just been delayed so long that it's just like, who cares at this point?
Once again, I have no dog in the fight, so to speak. If it's good, fantastic. It's a good movie that I'll be seeing. If it's not good, Singular Point, baby. Woohoo.
Yeah, no, I would really, I hope it's good, or at least entertaining. Right? Like entertaining would be, for me, entertaining would be better than like good, because I just could check out after it's done and just be done with it. Just make it fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just as long as there's no gonorrhea jokes in it.
Kong, there was a chlamydia joke, but that didn't work. It failed.
I don't know. I was initially looking forward to it, but after my honeymoon period with King of the Monsters kind of died down, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I kind of want this Monsterverse thing to end already. I know Godzilla is probably more popular now than it's ever been before, at least stateside, but I don't know. I just feel like Toho's missed the point completely on what made Godzilla so special to begin with.
I am just very curious as to why there's no trailer yet.
That is concerning.
That's so weird. Like, what the hell? You would think they would market this movie more than they did King of the Monsters, but
And I mean, I'm not asking for a 2-minute trailer that's going to go at the front of some movie or a Super Bowl spot. I mean, even 30 seconds, because the original time frame, we were supposed to already have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I understand. Let's hold off on hype for right now because it's not ready yet, but something to wet our whistles.
I mean,
like what's
now
going on?
we're within a couple of months now.
Yeah.
So
Right?
it is delayed again.
I believe I read something somewhere on Twitter that some UK website listed it as a June release.
June now?
But it was just that website, so no confirmation as a delay.
Well, there has been, no confirmation of whether what's going to happen, with Legendary as well, and where it's actually going to stream and stuff. Is it going to be HBO for sure? Is it going to be Netflix or whatever? So that's got to get all settled still, I guess. Whatever. Just put it out, man.
Just release the damn movie already.
It's dumb. Just do it. So 2020, what personally, how'd it go? I know it hasn't been great completely, but any highlights? Good highlights? You don't have to mention bad highlights. I don't want, let's not depress.
I got married.
That's a good highlight.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, excellent. That's excellent.
7 years. We tied the knot officially, and yeah, well, what a weird year to get married, man. Like, honestly, it was weird. I don't want to dive into it too much, but usually everybody has like their ideal wedding, and this was not it because not many people could show up. But it had to be done. So hopefully the reception party is better whenever that happens.
All right.
But yeah.
Nothing really on my end.
Nothing great.
No, I played Doom Eternal.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Speaking of video games, I rebuilt my video game collection,
That's nice.
my video game wall, and started my video game channel back up, which still hasn't had any content since October, but it's there in the background.
Yep, there you go.
Waiting for some new content.
That's a good start.
It's a lot harder to do when you have like 20 figures you have to do a video on.
Yeah.
But the goal is to cover a figure that coincides with the video game, where I can cover the video game on that channel. And I know, Steven, you know which one I'm talking about.
I think so. I'm not quite sure.
Well, I'll just say it.
Which, by the way, if you... this is completely unrelated. I think we were talking about this earlier, Ultrazilla. BBTS does have an exclusive repaint of the Reborn Kong. That is... What's that? What's the monkey's name? Scorpio? He's kind of brownish and white and blue.
Blizzard.
Oh, yeah, Blizzard. Yeah, Blizzard. They got a BBTS exclusive Blizzard.
I might actually get that. Let me look that up. I think I saw that once, and I'm like...
Yeah, I think I got to cancel my pre-order and reorder it. I don't know what's going on with BBTS.
And mine's in stock, so...
What's that?
It's in stock.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. But did you get like notice for yours?
My pile of loot is in preparation to ship.
Oh, yeah. That's really weird. What's going on with that?
Reborn
Let me check it out right now. Let's find out.
That didn't work. Let me see. Reborn.
Nothing in my pile of loot. It still says pre-order on mine.
Oh, I see it. Oh, wow. I remember seeing this now.
And now it says sold out.
No. Wait, what? Mine says in stock.
No, that one maybe. The one that I ordered says sold out. So
We're probably looking at different ones then.
Yeah, because I wanted the regular Kong one.
Oh, the Patriarch?
Yeah.
Gorilla Z? It says in stock for me.
Does it?
If we're looking at the same big monkey.
Let's see.
Alpha male, mountain gorilla.
Yeah, look at that. That's weird.
There you go.
That's very strange. I don't know what's going on, but I think after this, I'm going to cancel and do the old cancel reorder thing that usually jogs these things into being. I don't know why. I don't know why that happens. That's a weird thing. But it doesn't happen often with BBTS. I feel like that's like other websites do that.
Steven, you said you're getting Big Monkey, Big Blooming?
Yep, I'm getting Blizzard.
Nice.
And I don't know if you saw Rebor's also doing like a classic T-Rex. They're going to be they hinted at Sauron and Diablo.
Oh, dude. Ah, man, those are day one buys. If they do that.
Yes.
Those have to be done. They could just do the whole cast, honestly, and probably get away with it, but the way Reborn works, they get around their limitations with these weird names.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. I'm definitely gonna have to do that. I don't know. Or maybe I'll wait till tomorrow and see if I get charged for it. So they charged you already today?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday? What the fuck? I don't get it. This is just weird. What's up with that? All right.
Maybe it depends on when you pre-ordered it compared to Steven.
Oh, maybe.
Well, I only got the Blizzard version. So
yeah. No, I just wanted the one. It's in stock. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, guys, anything else channel-wise you want to do coming up? Well, let's talk about like some goals. You know, you guys are rising on your subs nicely. I think Scorpio, you did pretty well this year as far as that goes. There was a nice jump.
A very nice, like steady jump, and then it fell off in the fall.
Like everything else.
Yeah, it fell off in the fall. It was like every day I would check the YouTube studio. You know how the subscriber count is just in your face, big letters, numbers. It was rising maybe like 100 a week, and then it just stopped rising that much. It kept rising, but it just stopped. And I haven't seen it rise again until last week with my 2 Predator unboxings. So there's that.
Predator brings it.
Predator brings it back, man. I tell you, like I could cover Power Rangers and nobody gives a damn. But when I start doing Predator stuff, people are like, "Oh, he finally got it," and it's like,
y'all got any Predators? Y'all got that NECA Predator?
Can I just say
more NECA product across the board, maybe?
Both Predators have been out on NECA's eBay shop for like the past 2 months. At least Lost was. And I was not expecting that unboxing to do well. I was just like, let me just do this video to get something out this week. And surprisingly, it's performed pretty well so far. Scout did better, but Scout was more recent. But I think I'm gonna have to order Stalker when that comes out. These names, man. Stalker Predator. Like, what the hell are they thinking? Stalker Predator, I'm gonna have to order from eBay store after seeing how well these videos did, just to see how that performs. Because it's like you were saying, Sal, we get so caught up on what's new and what we think is gonna perform well, and then it doesn't. And it's just like, what the hell? So, goal for 2021. Try not to focus too much on that. Just go with the flow, man.
Yep.
Steven, what about you, man?
So one of the things that has kind of, and you actually touched on this a little bit earlier, you know, something comes out, drop what you're doing, focus on that and only focus on that. And then you build up a nice backlog of things that you want to get to. But then by the time you get to that stuff, the next thing comes out, right? And then you're just do that. And then more stuff's coming out that you think won't do well. So you don't really focus on that. So you focus on the thing you think is going to do well. So then you chase after that. And then more stuff comes out you put on the backlog. So that keeps building up.
That's a dangerous cycle.
Yes. And it seems like so far with NECA, Bandai pumping the brakes on the Monster Arts line, D for Real, which is something that I really like to collect, and I kind of get at least a warm reception to that, kind of once every couple of months. It's kind of opened up my availability to really get into other territories and to get back to that backlog that I have. And something that I think is kind of fun is it would be kind of weird to do Goku, Leonardo, Ash Williams, Ghostface, Pikachu, Tyranitar, all of these weird different characters just kind of splashed together. So what I'm going to do moving forward is with some of those heavy hitters either no longer coming out or it's going to be a while before we see a new release, sort of like what I'm doing with Dragon Ball. I'm going to call them like the saga, the block releases for videos. So for Dragon Ball Z, this is the best way that I can sort of relate that. We have the Saiyan saga. So you're going to have a few different Saiyan saga era of Dragon Ball videos released at once. And then we'll go over to a certain block of, let's say, Pokemon reviews. And then we'll go over to a certain block of horror figure reviews, and then a certain block, and then a certain block, and then a certain block. So this way, one, if you have a certain interest, it's not just going to be like, okay, well, when's he going to upload the corresponding, I guess you might say, companion piece to this? It's going to be, you're going to get Piccolo, you're going to get Vegeta, you're going to get another Vegeta, you're going to get another Vegeta, and then you're going to get a Goku. All right, we're done there. Oh, so now you want to talk about Toon Turtles? Okay, so now we're going to get the SDCC set. We're going to get the Foot Soldiers. We're going to get Casey in the Foot Soldier. We're going to get April in the Foot Soldier. We're going to get the Triceratons. Boom, that's going to be done. And I'm hoping that that can build a little momentum for not only me, but also for the people watching. So this way, hey, he's got some pretty cool stuff. Yeah. And then when we're done here, I'm going to introduce something I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do monthly, revitalizing my Toy Talk series. We've discussed in our chat what that video is going to be about. So hopefully it goes over well. Don't scalp, kids.
No, it's been a big topic on my Facebook page today. I mentioned it because a lot of talk about that. It's been 2020. There was a lot of talk, a lot of scalping talk. Yeah. You know, like it's been a big topic of conversation. And then, you know, I've seen things that like just makes me scratch my head, you know, and I just felt like having, you know, I know you're about to put out a video, so I felt like it was a good time to just put like a little statement out there about how I feel. So I did that, and it was got a lot of play today. So I think you're gonna get a good reception on that video, Steven. I think it's a big hot button topic right now, and it's been so in the past year more than it has been. You know, with all the bots and stuff, you know, we didn't really touch upon that at all, but that was a big part of the year as well. Not only from NECA, but Hasbro had that problem as well. You know, all the exclusives for Walmart, Targets. It's just a massive poop show of stuff, you know, like, so, yeah.
Yeah, on your end, what do you plan on for this upcoming year there, Ultrazilla?
Keep going with what I'm doing, you know, just keep reviewing, try to make a dent in everything.
Yep.
As much as possible, buy a little bit less, so I can make that dent, you know, like that would be amazing and it would be good for my wallet. You know, I mentioned just the other day, you know, in my state of the Ultrazilla that I want to give back a little bit to folks that are, you know, I know you You questioned this a little bit, but good subs, like, you know, just people that are constantly commenting. I don't want anybody to do anything extra, but if you're a constant commenter, and maybe that'll, you know, whether or not that spurs people to comment more, that's fine. I just want to give somebody, I want to do a giveaway a month again, like I used to do. But I want it to be for folks that are actually contributing. Like I'm like sick of like giving stuff away to the random person that just jumped in that giveaway, and then I never hear from that person again.
That
you know,
sucks.
like,
Yep.
I hate that. I can't stand that. Like,
that's
if I do a giveaway now, like I'll do it at the end of each month, and it'll be random. I'm not even telling people what I'm giving away.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, not doing it. Like, so if you want a free toy, just be cool all month, you know, comment on multiple videos. It'll be like a student achievement award for the month. You know, like I'll contact you and then we'll get it going. But I am going to do a video where something I do want to add is read comments in one video. I think that'll probably be a pretty cool thing to do. And at the end, I'll, you know, give something away. So something a little different, different approach for a giveaway. But it was definitely something I wanted to bring back. Not only because I've always liked doing that, but I think it's good. You know, when I did do giveaways more, that was better time for the channel overall. For better or for worse, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like overall, like what that means and who's subbing and whatnot. But also, we've had such a bad year this last year that I don't, you know, if giving one thing away a month, you know, puts a smile on somebody's face, that's not a bad thing either. So that's something new I'm going to be doing this year. Otherwise, it's rolling. You know, I've already started rolling out a few changes as far as the video looks, you know, change my opening a little bit, change things. I do want to, by the end of the year, change out my software and possibly some hardware, which will be better overall, but we'll see how it goes. You know, we'll see how, you know, monetarily how things will go, you know, like for me personally. So we have no idea. So that'll factor in there, but you know, goals, I guess, is that, you know, upgrade the equipment on both ends of stuff, and you know, hopefully make the videos look better, and just keep doing it, man. Like, just keep putting out videos, and you know, hopefully make a dent in my thing, and hopefully you know, gain more followers from it. The viewership has been going up, but it's slow. Like, it goes up, it doesn't go down. Like, it keeps going up. It's just been, you know, it's just not as quick as you would want it to be. But I can't do any, you know, like, I don't know what more I could possibly do to spur that on, except do what I'm, you know, doing, and maybe the giveaways will help a little bit if people catch on to that, and you know, that word spreads. But that's it. That's how I feel. All right, guys. I think we'll end it here. Scorpio's about to pass out.
Oh, wait, what? No, I'm good, man. I'm just waiting to. I'm here. I'm good.
All right, dudes. I really appreciate you guys coming on. This was good talking. You know, I don't know where this was supposed to go as far as, like, you know, the flow of it, like what we talked about, but I think we talked about enough stuff that happened in 2020 and stuff going forward. You know, Scorpio, I really like your new logo. That was something that happened. We didn't talk about that.
Thank you so much.
Right here at the end here. So I really like that. I'm planning to do something new with my logo coming up. You know, like, it's so funny. Like, when I did my original logo for this channel, it just came about really quick. And ever since then, I've just been tweaking the same logo over and over again and never starting from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many logos I've gotten paid for in the time? Like, really way better logos than my own logo that I've gotten paid for in the time I've had this channel. and I've never dedicated that time to myself. So I really want to sit down, start from scratch, and redo like all the channel art and logo and stuff in a way that I know I can do it. So
I think it helps keep the channel fresh, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But also keep it so that it's not a complete like change.
Yeah,
I mean? It'll make it jarring for somebody who's.
Well, it's always been progressive here. It's always been like, turn that knob just a little bit each time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Little tweaks along the way. That's how my channel has gone on for the past 4 years. Little tweaks. Even now, I just little bit of a tweak, to refresh the year. But I definitely plan on doing more with that, branding wise. So
looking forward to it.
Me too. Steven, any changes on that end for you? We'll end with this discussion.
More variants will be coming.
Ah, yes. We definitely know one of them that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, and I'm too lazy to do it yet. So
come on.
Yep, that's gonna be soon.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks you again for coming. I'm gonna have to try to figure out what happened with that little glitch we had earlier on. I don't know. I don't want that to happen on all my live streams.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, but I really appreciate it, Scorpio, Steven. It's been awesome. Thanks for anybody that's been watching. You got any more comments for us? Do it in the comments below. And till next time. Peace out, peeps.
Absolutely.